Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and this video is going to be about why I think you should attend a medical school with a pass-fail grading system, and why I think that's beneficial for pretty much any med student. Keep in mind, this is just my opinions on all these topics. If you go to a med school that doesn't have pass-fail, or you see benefits from a class ranking system, please comment that below. And yeah, here's a few reasons why, in general, I feel like pass-fail grading systems are the way of the future for medical schools. So once you're already in med school, these schools already know that you're academically capable of making the grades that they need for their students to pass. So they've already looked at your MCAT and GPA, and they've determined that you're academically ready to be in their school. So there's really no incentive for those schools to have weed out classes, or classes like in undergrad, like organic chemistry, that they make purposefully hard just to get you to weed out. Because these grades that you make in their med school actually reflect on them. So if they don't pass everybody through, that reflects poorly on their school. So they have a vested interest in getting you through the program. And that's quite a difference between undergrad, where they're actually trying to get people to drop from these classes because they have too many people trying to be pre-med. Second thing is, medical schools are there to teach you how to be a doctor, not necessarily how to take tests or to get good grades. This is a stark difference between undergrad, where every single point counted, and in medical school, they're not going to, peter over the difference between a 94 and a 91, and that's not going to affect your future in the way that A or A minus might affect you in terms of GPA in undergrad. They're not there to trip you up. They're not there to, pull a fast one on you or ask trick questions. They're there to teach you to be able to practice as a doctor. And once you've mastered that material in a way that would facilitate you to better practice clinically, then you can move on. And I think, when you only have to get a 70 or only have to pass, that allows you to get a grasp of the material, but not get bogged down in the details of just everything and the nuances of some topics. So I think that's also, better for the student. And here's third and the final main point I want to make about pass-fail grading systems in medical school is that no students have incentive to do better than each other. So you're not going to have any gunners or people ripping each other down. There is literally no incentive for somebody to get a better grade on you than in the test, because there's no class curve, there's no ruining the curve, there's no rankings. So why would you have to rip somebody down in order for you to do better? It doesn't make sense. So it makes an environment where students will cooperate with each other, they'll work together, they'll study together, and they're not at each other's throats. It's not a cutthroat culture. There's no pettiness within the class, or at least not as much as other classes, because I've gone to medical schools and I've heard people in the class say, yeah, there's a group of people that are trying really hard, or are just out for themselves, and anybody in their way they're going to take down in the way because they have class rankings. So if you can go to a school that doesn't have those class rankings and is pass-fail, I think that will be a better learning environment in general than one that does have class rankings and does not have a pass-fail system, has a graded system. So for me personally, I want to go to a school that has a pass-fail grading system. I want a school that has no mandatory lecture attendance, because that's how I work best, and I want a school that has no class rankings as well. And I think all three of these things are things that medical schools right now are moving towards in the future. I know several Ivy League schools have moved to this system, and more are following it. So I think this is the way of the future for medical schools. No attendance, pass-fail grading system, and no class rankings. I think this produces better doctors. And if you don't think that, or if you there's part of this that you disagree with, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Let me know that. Yeah, so this is just a video I wanted to make in regarding to the curriculum style I want to have in medical school, and what I look for in a medical school when I'm selecting. So hope you enjoyed this video, and leave me a like, thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Instagram below, and I'll be coming out with more videos shortly. Thanks again for coming to my channel, and have a good day.